Hello, welcome to this week's full body yoga practice with me. My name's Jess. For this week's mixed levels Vinyasa flow, we are going to be starting in child's pose. So when you're ready, roll out your mats and I'll see you there. Okay, coming into child's pose. Take your knees wide for this one with big toes to touch, and then slowly we're going to walk the hands forwards until the forehead meets the mat. You might want to be slightly further back on the mat today rather than right in the center. Rest the forehead down and just take a moment to come into this practice, into this moment. Feel the body get heavy here. Allow the weight of your body to press into the mat. And breathe deep, maybe roll on the forehead from side to side. I have to apologise in advance. I am slightly congested. I don't know if it's the start of a cold or if it's hay fever, but one or the other. I guess I'll find out. Breathing deep here, just taking a moment to come into this present moment. Feeling the tension melt away, forget the day you've had so far. Reaching the arms forward. Maybe you want to lift the elbows off the mat. You can even tent the fingertips, lifting the palms. You should feel a nice stretch in between the shoulder blades and the shoulders and the chest here, allowing the chest to melt down towards the mat. Inhale deeply. Exhale. Completely lower the palms back down to the mat. Lift the forehead, take the gaze towards your hands. Lift the torso, sending the weight forwards. We're going to come all the way down to lay on our belly. Keep the feet wide. Hands underneath the shoulders here. Lift up into your cobra. You can keep it low for your first one. Exhale. We're going to press back to child's pose. So lift the torso and press back to your child's pose. Inhale here. Exhale to snake forwards, coming back to your cobra pose. Inhale to lift. And exhale to press back to child's pose. We flow. So when you're ready, moving at your own pace here, maybe you want to introduce a spinal roll with this movement. Inhaling to lift and lengthen. Exhaling to press back to your child's pose. So rolling through the spine as you come forwards. Again, remembering to move at your own pace. We're not rushing anything here, just moving with your breath. Warming up the body. Maybe when you're in cobra, you want to hold the pose for a breath. Maybe bumping the hips from side to side, maybe finding some neck circles. Maybe when you're in child's pose, you're moving the hips from side to side, finding a sway. Do 2 more rounds. And then the next time you're laying on your belly, stay there and place the elbows underneath the shoulders, coming into your Sphinx pose. So elbows under the shoulders, forearms parallel to each other, fingertips facing towards the top of the mat. Draw the shoulder blades together and press your pelvis into the earth. Lift up through the chest and take a nice deep breath in. Exhale. With your right hand, we're going to reach around and grab the foot. So pull the right foot in towards the glute. Nice quad stretch here. You should feel a nice opening in your shoulder as well if you actively lift the chest and lift the elbow up towards the sky, pressing out of the left shoulder here, finding a stretch, pressing the pelvis into the mat. Inhale, exhale, release the foot, and then use your hands to lift. Coming up into a tabletop position, right away we're going to step the right foot forwards to the outside of the mat, to the outer edge of the mat. Coming into your lizard lunge, lift up through the chest, hands planted on the floor, take the gaze forward, send the hips forward and down. You can allow your knee to splay out here if that feels good, particularly if your hips are a little tight. Inhale here, exhale. Sinking the hips forward and down. Inhale. Exhale, we're going to send the hips back, coming into our half split. Flex the right toes up towards the sky. Inhale to look forward. Exhale to bow the head down. Stay for a breath. Exhale to roll back through to your lizard lunge and inhale to lift the chest. Exhale to roll back, half split, and we flow. Inhaling to come forward to your lizard. Exhale to send the hips back. Again, we're moving at our own pace here with your breath, finding movement in whichever pose you feel you need. So when you're in lizard, maybe you want to bump the hips from side to side. And then as you go back to your half split, maybe you want to wiggle into that right hip slightly, flexing the toes. And then we move with the breath, inhaling to lift, exhaling to send the hips back. Do 2 more here. And then next time you're in lizard, we're going to send the right foot back and come back down to lay on our bellies. We reset back to our Sphinx pose. So take the feet hip distance apart, elbows come back under the shoulders, and we inhale to lift up, press the pelvis into the mats. Exhale, we bend the left knee this time and we sweep the left hand round to grab the left foot. Find your quad stretch on the other side, pressing the hips into the mat. You should feel more of a stretch here. Lifting the left elbow for a nice shoulder opener. Inhale here. Exhale. Slow and steady, we release the left foot back down to the mat and we send the weight back and step the left foot forward, coming into our lizard lunge on the other side. Inhale here to lift the chest and look forward, allowing it again. You can allow the left knee to splay out here. You could even come onto the outer edge of the foot if you've got particularly tight hips. And you can place blocks underneath your hands if you need a little extra lift. Inhale. Exhale. Slow and steady, we're going to send the hips back, coming into our half split, flexing the left toes up towards the face. Inhale in your half split. Exhale to fold the crown of the head down. Inhale here. Exhale to roll back through that left foot back to your lizard lunge, and we flow between those 2 poses. So inhaling to lift the chest, open the left hip, and then as you exhale we send the hips back, stretching through that left hamstring all down the back of that left leg, flexing the left toes up, and then moving through these 2 poses. Inhale, again, option to find some additional movement. Maybe you want to move the hips from side to side, pulling back on that left hip crease in your half splits. Maybe finding some more neck circles here, whatever you need. This is very much your practice, make it your own. And do 2 more. until you come back to your lizard lunge. Pick up the back knee, so curl the back toes under, pick up the back knee. Plant your hands and step the left foot back to your plank pose. Inhale here, you can lower your knees for half plank. Exhale to lower all the way to the belly. Inhale, press your hands into the mat, lift the chest. Cobra. Exhale, we make our way into our downward facing dog. So curl the toes under and lift the hips all the way up and back. Inhale in your dog. Open your mouth to sigh it out. Inhale one last time. Exhale. Inhale deeply. Exhale. Sigh it out. Rolling through the spine, so coming up onto the tippy toes, we roll through the spine through to our plank pose. Exhale to bend the knees, arch through the lower back and send it back to your downward dog. Finding your spinal waves here, so rolling through as you come forward. Exhale to bend the knees and send the hips all the way back. We do one more. And then when you get to your plank pose, stay in your plank. Coming onto the outer edge of the left foot and stacking the right on top, we come into our plank pose. Side plank pose, left hand lifts all the way up to the sky. Inhale to reach the left hand up. Exhale, option to use your left foot as a kickstand here. You can place that down if you need some more support in your plank pose. Or we stay in our side plank. Inhale. Exhale, option to take the left foot and place it behind you. Spiral the chest open and lift up into your wild thing. Reach the left hand back. Squeeze the hips all the way up. Exhale. Slow and steady, we're going to lower the hips. Come to take a seat. Keep the left knee up and we're going to cross the left leg over the right. Cross the right elbow over the left and we twist all the way to the left. Find your half Lord of the Fishes. Inhale to lift up through the spine. Exhale to twist. Slow and steady, we unravel. Plant the hands back on the mat and we step back to our downward facing dog. Inhale to lift the left leg lifts. Exhale to bend the knee and step the left foot forward in between your hands. We rise up to our high lunge. Inhale to lift. Exhale, cactus the arms, squeeze them into your side body. Lift the chest, gaze up towards the sky. Exhale, sink into your lunge. Reach the right heel back. Left knee is stacked over left ankle. Inhale to reach the hands up. Exhale to cactus. Inhale to lift. Exhale, cactus. Inhale to reach the hands all the way up. Exhale to bend the back knee and we step the back foot forward to meet the left. Hips go all the way down, chair pose. Reach the hands forward. Send the weight back into your heels. Tug the shoulders down and away from the ears. Lower your hips. Option to stay here. Maybe you want to slowly start to lift the heels off the mat, coming into our lightning chair. Reach the hands back into your airplane arms. Send the chest forwards. Gaze down on the ground. Slowing the breath. Lower the hips. Inhale. Exhale. Forward fold. Release everything down. Nice, generous bend in the knees here. Inhale. Exhale. Plant the hands and step the feet back, plank pose. Inhale here. Exhale, option to chaturanga, roll forwards on the toes, lowering down. Inhale to find up dog or cobra, you choose. And we'll meet in downward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Inhale in your dog. Exhale. Let's find those spinal rolls again. So when you're ready, inhale, we're going to come up onto the tippy toes, rolling through the spine all the way to your plank pose. Bend the knees, arch the lower back and send the hips back to your down dog. And again, inhale to roll through. Exhale, send it back. Do 2 more. And then when you're in plank pose, stay here. We're rolling onto our left side this time as we inhale, right hand reaches up, side plank. Inhale, option to put the right foot down for a kickstand. Inhale to lift. Exhale to hold. Option to find your wild thing here. So right foot comes on the mat behind you. To spiral the chest up towards the sky and reach the right hand back. Inhale here. Exhale to lower the hips all the way to the ground. Right foot crosses over left this time and we find our twist. So hooking the left elbow over the right knee. Right hand comes on the mat behind you and we inhale to lift up through the spine. Exhale to twist. Gaze past the right shoulder. Inhale here. Exhale. Slowing the breath. Slowly unravel. And we plant both hands and step back to our downward facing dog. Right foot lifts this time, 3-legged dog on the right side. Exhale to squeeze that knee in and we step it forward. And we rise up into our high lunge. So reach the hands all the way forward and up, gaze up. Exhale to cactus the elbows, squeeze it in. Inhale to reach. Exhale, cactus. Inhale one last time here. Inhale to reach the hands up, high lunge. Exhale to bend the back knee and we step the back foot forward, coming into our chair pose at the top of the mat. Once again, drop the hips down, reach the hands forward. Nice. Sending the weight back into your heels. Inhale. Exhale to lower the hips, tuck the pelvis in. Slowly, again, option to stay in your chair pose, or you can slowly start to lift the heels off the mat, coming into our lightning chair. Exhale to reach the hands back, airplane arms. Inhale deeply. Exhale to lower the hips. Stay for one more breath, you can do it. Exhale, release the heels, and we slowly fold forwards. Nice job, everybody. Inhale here. Exhale, shake the head, release any tension in the back of the neck. Pause here for one more breath. Slowly bend the knees all the way until you come to a squat at the back, at the top of the mat here. Now you can walk your feet back so that you're in the center of the mat, and we're going to do a little crow pose practice. So depending on how strong your crow pose is, you can go ahead and take it away now. Or if you need a little extra help or a little practice, I like to use a block with my crow pose. If you don't have a block, then maybe you can pile up a couple of cushions in front of your head. It's usually so that I don't get the fear of crashing onto my forehead. So coming into your squat position, wherever you are on your mat, and just place your hands shoulder distance apart in front of you. Now from here, you want to lift the hips so that you're in a sort of higher squat, coming up onto the toes. Bend the elbows, and when you bend your elbows, you want to bend them in towards your body rather than out to the side like this. You want them in towards the body so that you're creating a shelf on the back of your elbows, so that you can place them on the back of the elbows, and then keeping the toes on the mat, sending the forehead forward. I sort of rest my forehead on the block, lift one foot, and then maybe lift the other, and then slowly lift the forehead off the block for your crow pose. And wherever you are, perhaps you just want to play with that, maybe lifting one foot and then the other. And And if neither of these are your bag, then you can take Konasona, so you can take a deep squat here, or maybe froggy pose. Whatever you need. I'm going to be practicing just for a little while longer. So spreading the fingertips super wide, pressing all 10 fingers into the mat here. Really want to disperse the weight. Nice. Slowly when you're ready, let's head into our child's pose. So taking the knees wide, send the hips back, walk the hands forward, forehead on the mat. Take 2 more breaths here on your own. Very slowly when you're ready, lift your forehead. And we're going to transition to laying on our backs here. So coming to lay on your back, nice and slow, take your time. And when you get here, pull the knees into the chest, wrap your forearms around the shins, and just rock gently from side to side. Slowing everything down. Release the feet down to the mat. Keep the knees up, feet flat on the mat. Bring the soles of the feet together and allow the knees to fall out to the sides for your Supta Baddah Konasona, or reclined butterfly pose. If it's a little tight on the hips, you can place blocks under the hips here, or maybe some cushions to allow you to fully surrender to the pose. Invitation today to take the hands behind the back of the head and open the elbows wide for a nice shoulder and chest opener. If this isn't your bag, then just rest your hands wherever you feel comfortable. Close your eyes if you haven't already. And come back to the sound of your breath. Feeling the belly rise as you inhale. And exhale. The belly falls back down. Take 5 more breaths here in your Supta Baddah Konasona. Very slowly release your hands from behind your head and feel the rush of energy coming back through to the fingertips as you lower the hands. Use your hands to close your knees and shuffle your feet so that they're as wide as the mat. Allow the knees to fall in together. You should be able to rest in this pose. If not, then you can just extend your legs out long and take full Shavasana here. This is how we're going to be closing our practice, so choose your level. Stay, allow the hands to fall side to side, palms facing up, or you can rest your hands on your body if you'd prefer. And we'll stay here for a final 5 breaths before we close this practice. So 5 breaths. Very slowly start to wiggle the fingertips. Maybe wiggle the toes. Find some movement here, maybe rolling the wrists. Lift the arms and maybe reach them up and overhead. Take a stretch if you like. And then when you're ready, pull the knees back into your chest. Give yourself a hug one last time. And then allow your body to fall to one side. Keeping the eyes closed, press yourself up to a seat. Keeping the movement slow and intentional as always. Sitting up nice and tall in a cross-legged position of your choice. Rest the hands on your legs, wherever they fall. Relax the shoulders down. And let's finish this practice with one big deep breath in together. So when you're ready, inhale through the nose. Open your mouth and sigh it out. Slowly open your eyes if they were closed. And that's it. That's the end of the practice. Thank you so much for joining me today. I really hope you enjoyed the flow. Don't forget to hit the like button, leave me a comment, let me know what you thought of the practice today. And of course, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. I'll see you for next class. And as always, have a wonderful day.